Good evening, freedom fighters. It is 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time, uh, March 7th, 2024. Take two. I pressed pause earlier and never got the rest of the video, so I started over. Earlier, I started the Aleutian Islands on the video for anybody that might have clicked it for it deleted, but here we're off the shore of Oregon and Washington. Very heavy chemtrail operation at this moment. I'm going to put it on visible and you can see how these lines stand out. I went back to this first because it was so amazing how these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many aircraft? How many aircraft? This is live, guys. This is 9:15 Eastern Time. This is all just offshore of you guys right this second. Right this second. This material is coming towards you. Canada, Washington, Oregon. Can you hear me? Speak up if you are there. I want to hear comments from y'all. Alaska. I'm going to fish up here in Alaska. I fish out here in the offshore deep 3,000 foot of water I fish in. Look at the frequency waves, man. They truly terrify me. I'm going to be commercial fishing out here in 3,000 feet of water with these lunatics controlling our weather. Oh my God, look at the lines. I'm terrified, guys, to doing what I got to do. I've loved my job, but these people terrify me. Last year in Florida, here where I bait shrimp, I catch live shrimp at night. A storm was coming in. Forecast 20 to 25. It blew 70 for 30 minutes. It almost killed the fleet. Everybody was in a bind. It blew a hatch off the bow of my boat. I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought I was in a water spout. Terrifying. The helper we have never come back. That kind of stuff. Unusual weather they're creating with these technologies. I want to show you 12 hours ago. Let's go back live for a second. Unreal what this stuff's doing. That is not normal. That's a machine pushing this stuff. Can push this stuff way faster than normal weather systems too. All it is microwaves. It's electricity. It's HAARP. It's radar systems. It's anything you want to call it. It's just frequencies. It's microwaves. They've been electrifying the atmosphere with weather balloons. Oops. They've been electrifying the atmosphere with weather balloons since the 1930s. They quit telling the public about these technologies in 1965. All I do is study it. Look at these lines in this material. That is chemtrails. Nothing but chemtrails. And you can still see them down here in thermal. All that is temperature readings. You know, it's minus 53 centigrade. Celsius. Sorry. I don't, thanks to our government, I don't know centimeters or metric system. But I want to go back 12 hours and I want to show you how they're spraying this stuff off of Alaska, 1,000 miles offshore better. And it's just going to filter around and then come right back to y'all where they're spraying over here at the same time. I'm going to go back in time 12 hours. Okay, we're back 12 hours. This is 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Solid lines offshore here. And this material, you can see how they push it down. And it's just going to loop right back around and come over here to North America. Look how they push it. They've been controlling the weather for 100 years, and y'all don't. There's people that doesn't even believe there's satellites in outer space. My family helped put up the first generation Star Wars systems. Look up NASA laser weapons, and it will take you to NASA's website. You don't think that's terrifying? Oh, mercy. Look at the chemtrails out here. We're being sprayed like bugs, people. Let me look around the rest of the nation, see what I can see here. We're endangered. That's all I can say. We're looking at the last 12 hours over Texas and the Middle of the United States mostly. A little bit of Mexico, but look how electrified this atmosphere is. Does that look normal to y'all? Like I said, we're just looking at the temperature readings here, and it really shows what they're doing. Because they're heating the atmosphere up with these technology. That's exactly what H.A.A.R.P was about in Alaska, but people don't even realize when there's bigger ones in Peru than Alaska. They only mention the one or two in Alaska. There's two in Alaska, but they're all over the world. There's some in Antarctica all the way around it. Mercy. All right, let me zoom in on some of that. Okay, a couple people wanted to know how I could see chemtrails or H.A.A.R.P. Very good distinct. H.A.A.R.P's ripples, it looks like ripples in sand on a beach. Chemtrails are straight line clouds that spreads out. See how the straight line clouds are very distinct? There's two right there, one right there, and this is all H.A.A.R.P frequency waves. See how it looks like fish gills or whatever they call it? They call it gravity waves, but there's no such thing as gravity waves. People got to realize all these terms, they're not old. I think gravity waves came out in 2001. Why would they create new terms? They just released 12 new clouds. Really? I got books here. I got weather books from the 1950s, the 1980s, and recently. None of them clouds was in any of those books. They created all this with this machine and this technology. Hurts my heart, man. Hurts my heart when people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm in my 50s and all I've done is study. And I also listen to my grandfather that lived to be 93 years old. How many of y'all has listened to your grandparents, knows their stories? I know what my grandfather did. He fished South America. My grandpa fished this whole pond. He called the Gulf of Mexico a pond. Just ranting. Commercial fisherman out. I can only show y'all the door. Y'all must walk through it. They've ripped God from all our lives so they could do these horrible things to us. And nobody questions any of it. Commercial fisherman out. Oh, you're right. It was flat. Holy shit. I didn't realize that. Commercial fisherman out.